What is up, guys? This is Pinzo back with another video today, and what I have for you guys is, of course, some more education. So, we got jungle again today, and on jungle, we got Grux. So, I've done Fang Mao, Chimera, and Rampage, I believe, in the jungle, and we're going to do Grux again. Grux, I think he's pretty even with whether or not you should play him in the jungle or the solo lane. I think he is pretty decent in both roles, so we're going to be playing him in the jungle this morning, and we're going to see how we can do. So, for starters, you generally want to start with some power. I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to plan out my build a little bit this game. I think we're probably going to start Bonesaw, but I am not positive. Let me full screen for you guys. Yeah, I think we're gonna start Bonesaw. I don't always like this item, but their team's pretty squishy, and I kind of want to be able to run them down, and Bonesaw does let you do that. I'm not sure what else will go. They have a decent amount of magic damage. I might go with Tectonic Mallet this game, and go into some more move speed stuff. But we'll get there when we get there. This is my first game of the day, so if I look a little rusty, that's why. I haven't been up very long. If I sound a little sleepy, that's why. But no, we're just gaming. It looks like this is a gadget solo, which is interesting. But shouldn't really change anything for our game. What we're planning to do shouldn't really affect us too much. We have a Chimera solo, which getting into a gadget is actually kind of lucky for him. That's actually a pretty good matchup for him. But we'll see if he doesn't suck. Kai solo's not fantastic in my opinion. Like, I wouldn't play it unless you really know how to play it. And we'll see if he can pull it off. So I've been doing this same start, red to 5 to 4. And I like it so far. I'm not 100% sold on it being the best starts. There's another one you can do that is just red to 4 to blue, which gets you level 3. And that one's pretty good as well. That one I think is more important if you know you want to go for an early gank on duo from this side of the map, that is. I think that's when that starts a little better. But for the most part, I've been liking this red 5-4 start. Gets you a lot of jungle clear on your first rotation. Gets you close as you can get to that, what's it called, hunt upgrade. I'm going to smite this. I was thinking about rotating towards that river buff. My Countess has this side secured, so I'm not even going to waste my time. Just going to keep clearing. Just keep clearing. You can see my duo lane's kind of getting poked a little bit, but we have a Narbash, so I'm really not scared for them. I'm gonna ping this. I want to fight here. That's a really good thunk engage. Okay, I was just kind of pacing him. Was not auto-attacking, just kind of running with him there. So that I was, if he blinked earlier, I was going to pull him. He blinked after he was already dead. It's a nice little double kill to get to my carry. Pretty nice way to start the game. So, yeah, we're going to go right into this Bonesaw. Well, we're at least going to grab this Claymore. I think we'll just go into the full Bonesaw to start. And then, let's see. Maybe we do go like Bonesaw, Mallet, Augmentation, and go into some like move speed shenanigans. Maybe that's what we try for here. Just to have a little fun with it. Grux is a weird character to me. I feel like Grux should be really good, and I think he is pretty mediocre, to be honest. I think that he is pretty good in the solo lane as a bully matchup. As a you can't lose lane on this character. You basically just walk up in auto whenever anyone's trying to do anything, and you just keep hitting them, and then they die eventually. But no, we're playing him in the jungle, and I think he's still good. Your gank potential is pretty high. You have a lot of crowd control. Or how he's getting this river buff. He paths... Yeah, he pathed aggro. I'm gonna see if I can get to my Countess here. Nope. That was a good boop. But my duo lane's here, so I'm in. I'm in. I'm gonna stay on this guy. That was a good juke. He has a gray buff. Okay. My Kai shows up on the backside. If that guy didn't have a gray buff, there's no way he has any chance to get out there. I'm gonna blink on him. He's a mid laner. He's 1-0. I just want him dead. These guys should both die here, actually. I'm gonna dash here to catch up. Get a pull. Got one. Nice. Another good fight from the boys. I'm gonna ping Fangtooth here. My duo lane is very much healthy enough to come help me with this. This could be a quick one. Hopefully it's not too quick here. Grux's passive is really good on objectives, by the way. When you get it fully stacked, it's doing like 6% of your physical power per second as dot damage. Okay, my Narbash is keeping that guy off. I kind of wish my Murdoch had stayed on this with me. Okay. That knockback from their Murdoch is... When Murdoch knockback, when it hits you on the edge of its range, it barely moves you, but it's like a micro stun. It's kind of like getting hit by a steel right click. Like it micro stuns you and it stutter steps you. And it's super annoying. Kind of just stopped me in place for a second. We got the Fangtooth. Probably wasn't worth it to lose me and our 3-0 Murdoch there. But we got the Fang, at least. Consolation prize, I guess. We probably should have I probably should have peeled off of it and fought that guy, that crunch when he walked in with my Narbash. I should have just walked up and fought him. But, all good. We get the Fang. They don't get too much out of it. It's not like they really are able to push for a tower or anything off of that. So I'm not too worried about that. I see my Kai fighting here. So I'm gonna kind of sit here. I'm gonna walk into this. Okay. She's gonna walk away. I'm gonna go check this guy's blue. Curious if this is up. I still have wards and I haven't really placed anything, so I'm just gonna grab his timers. Okay, he's level 6, and this is bad. I'm gonna ping this for my Kai. He's aware. He's kind of on his way. Yeah, that stinks. My Kai was super scared. I kind of needed him to go in. Like, we needed to fight that before they got all their cooldowns back up. And he was a little scared. I needed him to kind of jump in, and then I could have turned around. But I got pretty caught out there. When I saw that his 3 camp was down for 60 seconds, and that his... I was really surprised to find him on his blue. I was really not expecting him to be on his blue there. I was really expecting that blue to be down, and I just wanted to get the timer. The fact that his camps are that desynced is really weird. So I was not expecting that to be down. On top of that, he was level 6 before me. It was just super unfortunate. Level 6, especially like Grux is level 6, Crunch is level 6. Those are both pretty big power spikes. So not having that when I run into that dude in the jungle, a little unfortunate. Either way, we should be good here. We see the Crunch. I'm close enough to duo lane to where if he tries to gank, I can get there. My Kai's on the side of the map too for some reason. Don't really know why, but he's here. Kind of like the way this guy's playing. He's also going, well, he's going Claymore into this weird kind of Dota build that I see a lot of people do. Okay, I'm gonna high ward just for the Crunch. I just want my duo lane to know if he starts walking in. Yes, does he have Sentry? He does. He has his Hunt upgraded as well. You can see I'm four stacks off of my Hunt upgrade, so I'm gonna need to get that before the next Fang Tooth, but the next Fang Tooth's not for about 2 minutes. So I have plenty of time. This guy is on me. Where's my mid laner at? My mid laner is in right lane. What are they? They need to be on this guy. I don't know why they're waiting so much. They just waited until he could blink out, basically, before they tried to go on him. Okay, that guy should not be alive. Okay, they finally catch him. That was getting a little sketchy. That guy should not have lived that long. Okay. Buy an item. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna grab my 5 camp, upgrade my hunt, and we'll go. I'm just getting a little too aggro. I'm pathing not very safe. I took that wave in mid because I didn't expect this crunch to be there, to be honest. But I took the wave in mid, got a little aggro, could have just let it push. But once we get a little magic defense online, this howitzer will stop being as much of an annoyance. He won't. What's he got? Yeah, he went out chemical rods. So by the time we get our tectonic mallet online, if you guys pay attention, when people go out chemical rod, they really don't have any power at that stage in the game. Like they're way behind on where they could be. Like my countess has a combustion. She does way more damage than this howitzer right now. So pay attention to some things like that. This guy's playing in 20 minutes. He'll be pretty strong. Right now, he's behind. That was Murdoch blink before we get into this fight. So that's really good. I'm coming over here as fast as I can. Okay. Good job. Good job. I'm just going to start this up. Their jungler just died. Their carry just died. Their support just died. I'm just gonna start smacking away on this Fang Tooth. I'm gonna drop my Icecorn Talons actually, just to give me some extra damage here. Icecorn Talons increases your damage by I don't know what it is, 15% or something like that. You can see Bonesaw attack speed comes in. I've got all my Bonesaw stacks. So I'm kind of swinging pretty quick. I don't want to fight right here, to be honest. I feel like I might be in Howie ult range on my health bar. Okay, that's all good. Got his blink. That's all we need. It's a 4-man rotation to mid, so he's gonna just blink away. There's no reason for him not to blink away there. He's just dead probably if he doesn't. But that's a good little early rotation. I like that my duo lane's still looking for stuff after we get that Fang Tooth. They're still kind of, you know, we know we're pretty healthy. We're able to fight. I like it. My guy taking my camps here, I don't really care about. As long as he doesn't take my big buffs, then that's what I care about. Okay, so we see my Murdoch here is stuck in the pit. But does he have a Terminus? No. He had some shield. Okay, this is bad. Crunch being here makes this really bad. Howie being here makes this really bad, so I'm gonna drop my Ice Scorns. Their gadget has Ice Scorn Talons. No, that hook was not even meant for me. I just got booped in front of it. That was a really good Howie boop to stop me. I should have just left. Times like that, guys, it's okay to just let your teammates die. My Murdoch, I don't know how he ended up in that position to be stuck in Fang Tooth pit with 3 people looking at him. Sometimes it's okay to just let those people die. That guy was just super out of position. I shouldn't have tried to help him. I did. Died for it. My slash line doesn't look very good, but we're kind of farming pretty well. I'm gonna be pretty big here. As soon as I finish this mallet, I'll be able to just run people down. They got Mini. With a gadget, does she have Megacosm? No, she doesn't. Interesting. Okay, I was gonna say, if they have a gadget with Megacosm, they can take Mini Prime in 10 seconds. This is very quick. So I'm gonna see if she pushes this. Trying not to let her see me right now. Okay, teal buff is down. She's holding this wave, which is super weird. I'm just gonna shove this. She doesn't have any mana. Okay, that's her one ability on that wave. You can see my Kai is sort of taking over jungling duties. This is one benefit that you can do if you have a Kai solo, is that he gets to roam a lot. You know, he can invade the enemy jungle, he can clear yours, he can kind of take over jungling duties and let me kind of sit over there and get some farm. I'm watching that fight in mid. As long as my team needs to run away. My Narbash is low. A really good Richter hook. Looks like my Countess is starting to do some actual damage. My team's just far ahead. Like, that's a fight that was really not a great fight to take, but they kind of just have too many stats for the enemy team to deal with right now, I think. That's what it looks like to me, at least. Maybe my Murdoch's just, like, making plays and juking everything and hitting everything. Looks like they're kind of just outstatting these guys. I see his 2 is up, his red is down. That was a ballsy play. I like it. I like the tower dive, but... Okay, so we're going to back out here. I don't want to stick around if my team's backing out. I am going to clear this mid wave. But I see Crunch. I'm going to leave. I'm just going to dash away. Grux dash is decent mobility. It's quick, but it's short, right? Dashing away from stuff like that, like you can use it to juke. It's not the greatest movement ability, but it does have that use. Like, don't be afraid to use your Grux dash for mobility. That's not a bad way to use it. Fangtooth is coming up here in about 10 seconds, 20 seconds. So we need to keep an eye on that. I would like it if my Kai would rotate over here. I'm not sure if that's gonna happen. You see that? I saw that ward go down right side of my screen, that is. So I know that they're setting up for this. Both hunts are upgraded. There's a ward right here. Okay, so I know there's a ward right here, so we're standing on one. I know that. My team doesn't. There's no, like, ward here ping. Okay, I'm gonna go in. Okay. I think that's game. I think they're gonna surrender off of that. I'm gonna Ice Scorns. Ice Scorns is on a 40-second cooldown, but it lasts 15 seconds. Don't be afraid to use it on objectives. Increases your team's damage by 15%. Lets you shred objectives. Pretty good pressed upgrade. Lets you, again, just pressure objectives really hard. Don't be afraid to use it on them. Again, it's a 15-second duration with a 40-second cooldown. But the cooldown starts when you use it, so it's a 25-second cooldown, right? Yeah, this is Gadget with Ice Scorn Talons, which is a little interesting. You don't really see that one every day, but we'll see if it works for her. Counters my Talons, at least. You can layer them. So now we're going to go into this augmentation. This is going to give us a decent amount of attack speed. It's also going to give us a lot of movement speed when we ultimate. So what is it? 15% movement speed. Use Zoom plus Tectonic Mallet. When Gadget slows me, I'm not slowed for quite as much. I'm going to be able to kind of run down their squad, which is the goal of this build. If you're ever going for this kind of move speed oriented build, your goal is to be able to W people. Okay, so I see Mini Prime. Well, I guess Big Prime is going to be up before Mini Prime. I was going to say I'm going to go ward that, but if it's going to be Big Prime, their team can't do it at 20 minutes. Sometimes people do have, like, if you have a Chimera and a Grux, you know, both on the same team, that kind of thing, you can threaten Prime at 20 minutes. The enemy team has 2 mages, and only one of them has Mega Chasm, so they are not going to threaten this at 20. I'm not super scared. I'm gonna ping this. I don't know if my Countess can walk up here and have this guy hang around. I'm guessing he's gonna just walk away. Looks a little scared. I'm gonna take this wave for my Countess. As jungle, don't be afraid to split waves like that. You get... I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet because I feel like I'm always ahead in gold in the jungle and behind in XP. Even if I'm just farming, like even if I'm not killing people, I'm just kind of farming away. That's kind of how it always seems to go. So don't be afraid to, especially early game, take a wave or two. Okay, so I see this ward. I think I still walked on it. I'm gonna run him back. I see my Murdoch coming over. This guy doesn't know that I can pull him down. So I'm just gonna hide. My Murdoch just got here. This guy's just gonna die. Okay, my Murdoch really should have played the other side of this. My Murdoch played that kind of poorly. If you have a jungler who's melee, like they're gonna have to go up the stairs. Just sit. My Murdoch could have just sat below and just autoed that guy. He could have sat right here and autoed that guy. He did not need to move at all. So little bit of a misplay, but we kill him anyway. Not a big deal. Oh, what a hook. Damn. Okay, nice. Again, dash for movement out of Howitzer ultimate. That kind of stuff is easy. Like, your dash is not on that long of a cooldown. It's 15 seconds, right? Which for a basic ability, decent cooldown. But it's not long enough. It's not like using your ult to get out of danger. I mean, it's one of those where when it's necessary, you just got to go for it. You got to do it. I don't know what it just... I think that Howitzer mine just booped me after I got rooted, and it, like, canceled the root. That was kind of odd. I'm going to ping retreat. I really think our duo lane's kind of overstaying their welcome at this point. We know the gadget's in that area. We know... I'm leaving. I'm going to ping retreat. Fangtooth is coming up. I think Fangtooth especially, you guys have to pay attention. You can't get picked at when Fangtooth's coming up. So Fangtooth is up here in, like, 25 seconds. They need to not get picked. Okay, well, he got picked on the other side of the map, but still. Yeah, this Fangtooth coming up. I have a Narbash at full mana, otherwise I would back right now. But with a Narbash, hopefully he heals me up. I wish there was a need healing ping. There you go. Apparently the need healing ping is spam ping the Narbash until he looks at your health bar. Not gonna waste my ice scorns here, because if they fight us, I want it. Plus, we have pretty good shred right there, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, my Murdoch's W keying a couple mages right now. Crunch coming in behind us. That's Tesla Dome. I'm gonna pop my ice scorns in this little corridor here so that they can't chase, and I'm just gonna get out. I need 2300 for augmentation. I'm just gonna farm my jungle. My Murdoch got really aggro there for no reason. He does not need to go in. If we just group up and leave, literally, if we just walk as 4 people and walk away from them, we all just walk out and live. He got really aggro. He's pretty big, so like I understand it. His build is bad. He went Tainted Rounds into the Soul Chalice mana build. So that's really not the way to play. If you're gonna do the Soul Chalice thing, you just gotta full commit to it. You can't. If you push it back at all, you're just gonna be delaying the inevitable like weak point. Going for the Tainted Rounds first. If this was like a Sky Splitter, maybe I understand it, but it's not gonna make it any better. Okay, got our augmentation. Now when we ult and engage, we're going to be very, very fast. I would like some more CDR here is really what I need. A little bit more haste. I could go Basilisk, which is 20 haste. Insta stacks off your passive. That's probably the play. Basilisk is probably the play. This is a pretty aggro Grux build. A lot of the time you'll see Grux built a little more defensively. But I think as long as you have a decent amount of ability haste, I think you're pretty much good on Grux. Your abilities are on pretty long cooldowns. Okay, so I'm just trying not to get hit by that poke. She has a Megacosm, so I don't want her to know where I am by rocking Megacosm. Okay, that stinks. I did not want to get hit by that. Oh, what a root. Again, dashing for movement, totally fine. We see the gadget low up top. I have an ult here. I'm honestly just gonna... I'm just gonna W key here. No, he had the damage. My team is really like playing footsie for no reason right there. They just needed someone to go in. They're all kind of staying behind me for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. But my goal there, once Howie ults, he is not very safe from me. So my goal is there to just W key. I get the team in. I end up being the end gauge. I die for it. We get 4 kills. I think that's a decent trade, at least. So, let's see. We have 2 of their tier 2s down. They still have a tier 2 in mid. We should probably just group up and attack Prime. Is probably the best call here. If I have to engage like that, I'm going to keep dying in these fights. If I have to be the guy with the hard engage. What's my... My dude's copying my build. What the hell? Bonesaw, Tectonic Mallet, Overlord. That's okay. I wouldn't go Overlord if you're going to go Bonesaw. These 2 items do the same thing. I would pick one. But either way, this guy's copying the Mallet build. I like it though. Mallet's decent. I wouldn't buy Mallet if they didn't have a gadget. I think that's the only character it's possibly worth it against. But if I have to keep engaging, I'm going to keep dying. That's fine. My goal is to be able to run one person down. That person hopefully is either Murdoch or Gadget. I think those are the 2 people that are going to be the most annoying. So my goal is to just run one of them down with my ult move speed. I have Tectonic Mallet move speed. I have Bonesaw slow. I have the move speed plus slow. Okay, I smited that early and left it with 85 health. And got lucky. So don't do that. I was a teeny bit early on my smite. So this guy doesn't have an ult, so what I'm gonna do is this. Dang it, bro. That crunch came out of nowhere. I knew the Murdoch was there, but he's not a threat. He's dead. The crunch is the one that came out of nowhere and messed me up. They should kill everyone here. I sniped. That was almost a double snipe. Again, right there, I'm okay with engaging and dying. They just got 2 more kills off of my death. I'm really not that far ahead. I'm 667. I guess I have a decent amount of farm, but so does my whole team. I'm totally fine with W keying to die in these fights if it's gonna give my team kills. These guys seem like they're okay. Like the enemy team, that is, seem like they're okay with trading me out for like 2 kills every time, even though I'm definitely not worth it. It happens some games, especially in a game like this where there's a surrender. When you have a Narbash, you don't have engage from your support. Your Narbash is not an engage support. You can play him as a pick-oriented support with Thunk, if you're just going for Thunk, 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 and then you're just following up off of that. Kind of a pick-orientated support. We don't have a engage solo laner. We have a Chimera who wants to go in second, right? On Kai, you don't want to go in first. You want to go in second. So me building Grux, what I probably should have done that game is after augmentation, I probably just should have built defense. I probably should have just built like a stone wall and a cuirass just to have as much defense as I could get from those last 2 items and be the hard engage and just wait for my team to follow up. That's probably the correct way that I would have built out the rest of that game. If you find yourself having to play that hard engage where you're the one that goes in first, you're the one that's taking a lot of aggro at the beginning of those fights, that's fine. my slash line at the end of this game is, yeah, I'm 6, 6, and 7, right? But look at my Murdoch, 14 and 4. This guy got to free roam. Even my Countess, 6 and 3. Like, when she gets to go in second, she thrives, right? When people aren't looking at her, and when she gets to go in, she's totally good. My total damage to heroes, fairly low, about the same as my Countess, a little less than my Kai. You know, it's one of those where my stats at the end of the game maybe don't look fantastic, but I was doing the job that I needed to in my team comp. If we have harder engage out of the solo lane, maybe I get to go in second and kind of clean up the way my Kai or my Countess were, right? Some games you don't get to do that. So if you feel like you're doing your job, then your slash line probably is not the most important. Someone like Grux, who has a lot of crowd control out of the jungle, a lot of the time your job is to go in and hit a 2-man pull, knock up ult, and keep 2 people in place, even if you're getting hit the whole time. That's fine. But hopefully you guys learned something about Grux. I know I'm not the greatest Grux player, but hopefully you guys learned something. I might do some of these characters again in other roles. Like, Grux might get a solo lane video, you know, in a couple weeks. I might do something like that. But we'll see. I'll get there when I get there. That's all I've got for you guys. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe, etc. But that's all I've got for you. So as always, I've been Pinzo. This video's Dunzo. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.